Welcome back, listeners, to another episode of The Snake Pit. Today is a recovery after yesterday's wild podcast with the boys. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. It's a recommendation from one of our viewers, Jason Reese 4573. He commented under the LA Maniac review I did a while back that we should do another Troma movie, specifically Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, and we did just that. Like I said, Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead, directed, of course, by Lloyd Kaufman, produced by Troma, distributed by Troma, produced by Michael Hertz and Lloyd Kaufman, released in 2006. This movie stars, one second, I'm cheating, pulling up a list here. This film stars Jason Yachen, Kate Graham, Allison Serboff, and Robin Watkins. And, whoa, this was a wild one. I'm glad you picked this. Super splatterific fun time. This is a hybrid comedy, musical, satire, splatter, zombie, gore fest. Produced again by Troma. Shouts out to them. Always keeping it crazy. This is your first Troma movie, right, Monster?
Yeah.
And what did you think? Tell the people what you thought about this one, and would you
Amazing.
fucking amazing?
Fucking
Hell
amazing.
yeah, hell yeah. Would you recommend this to anyone who's like a fan of zombie movies, or who would you recommend this to? Like, because there's some people who definitely wouldn't watch this.
So many people that have watched like American Pie or was it like White Castle or what?
Yeah, Harold and Kumar, White
yeah,
Castle, yeah.
something like that, and like mixed in with like horror. So if you like zombies, like
So gross out comedy and
Yeah.
horrors, basically.
Yeah.
But like, I gotta stress this too. If you have like, if you're really sensitive and have a weak constitution to like offensive, crass humor, not just like bodily fluids, because there's like shit, piss, vomit, cum, fucking like breast
Everything.
implants getting ripped out and shit, like everything. If you have a problem with that, you're gonna think this is juvenile. If you have a problem with like racist humor, homophobic humor, these people weren't racist or homophobes. I think people need to get that message completely clear. The jokes were, and they were fucking funny, but that does not reflect on the people who made it. This movie is definitely a product of its time, but at the same time, I think it predicted a lot of the culture now. You know what I mean?
100%.
And before we get into that, I might as well just break down the plot so it doesn't just sound like a rant. But basically, like, the movie follows Arby and his girlfriend Wendy primarily. Yes, named after fast food companies. We got a lot of those in this one, such as Taco Bell, named Paco Bell. We got Denny. We got the Colonel. We got Subway Jared. His death was nasty. But yeah, so basically, Arby and Wendy are like high school sweethearts, and then she goes off to college for a semester. She comes back changed as a left-wing ultra feminazi lesbian. Their words, not mine, so don't strike this. That's what they say. But she comes back with this grudge on the American Chicken Bunker, which is this fast food location that's setting up shop in Tromaville, New Jersey. And Arby, basically, he figures the best way he can win her back, because this has to be a phase. She's been gone for only half a semester, and she's already like this. So he thinks he can win her back by working at the American Chicken Bunker. And all sorts of craziness ensues. We meet a lot of crazy characters. And basically, this whole chicken bunker is built on a Native American burial ground, like in all these zombie like horror movies, like just using that cliche, and it makes the chicken product turn into zombie Native American ghost demon chicken zombies, like, and it's just crazy. Like, I couldn't even break down a plot properly with this, because there's just musical numbers, there's just gore sections, there's satire on the fucking fast food industry. There's just so much going on. It was chaos, but I loved it. It was great. Like,
100%.
oh man, I've never seen so much shit get thrown in like the first 15-20 minutes of a
seriously,
movie, man. Like,
yo.
holy crap, the amount of like anal impalements that happened in this movie too was just like, it was next. Like, that guy this guy named Curls Jr., basically he's trying to like fuck like a chicken, and he gets stabbed up the ass by this Muslim working woman named Hummus, who they called Hamas earlier, and the broom rips through his crotch, and he's just like, it's so fucking crazy. Like, dude, there's a kill in this movie where a guy gets his head ripped clean off, and like it pulls his spine and his organs out, and they crack it on the grill, and it opens up like fucking eggs. Holy shit. Like, But as I was saying earlier, this movie, I feel like it definitely predicted like protester
100%,
culture.
100%.
And it's crazy because this is about 10 years before the shit really hit the fan in terms of like activists and people pretending they gave a fuck. Like, and they called them on that too. Like again, there was a really good part where like it's a bunch of like basically white people protesting this fucking chicken bunker. And there's one part where they're like giving this whole speech about like the rape of the land. We will not stand for it. And then they all lift up a Starbucks cup and start sipping out of it. Yeah. Or like when Wendy's new girlfriend, I can't remember her name, this like really jacked lesbian chick gets into his face and she's like going him off about like the desecrated land and the Native American people, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're all white. Like what? Like, and it's just like, yeah, man, it's true though. This movie, like, it really hit the nail on the head. It pulled no punches. I mean, I made a lot of liberal jokes just now, but they made a bunch toward the right. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, African. It didn't matter. You were all getting nailed by these people. Yeah, yo, and I love it. Like, apparently, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, like, his Troma produced Cannibal the Musical. They were supposed to be in this movie as Arby's parents, and apparently there's this movie gets credited to them in some degree, and they might have helped out. I'm not sure about that, but like apparently there's an influence of them in this movie, which I can kind of see based off like the shit humor and the either it's okay to make fun of everything or nothing. Definitely, and like. Oh man, to give you an idea what a movie like this would do to the general public, apparently in 2011 some guy ordered a DVD cleaner disc and he put it in and it was this movie and he freaked out so hard he called the company he bought the DVD from and he was like, what is like this disgusting porn crap, like what is this? Like he freaked out. Apparently somebody switched the disc on him and did that as like a prank. But I'm like, yo, you imagine being the poor son of a bitch like Normie, just never seen a horror movie. You think you're cleaning your shit and then you just see fucking Carl Jr.'s rectum get ripped out. What? Like, holy shit. Again, Lloyd Kaufman also cameos in this movie like he does with a lot of the movies. A lot of references too. I mean, if you know your Troma movies, there's posters for When Nature Calls, Romeo and Juliet, Toxic Avenger 4. Like, I think there was a bunch of DVDs thrown out in the garbage for Tales from the Crapper. And I was like, yo, man, that's hilarious. Like, knowing that this is the vibe on an average, because this is the vibe on an average Troma movie. Splattery, fucking tits everywhere, fucking shit everywhere, like stuff like that. Would you want to check more of this shit out?
Course,
yeah?
Of course.
Fucking, what do you think, like, could you like, if rating this on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you personally give it? And then also, do you think you could recommend this to, like, who would you recommend it to? And do you think they would watch it? Because I know a few people who would love it and people who absolutely fucking hate it.
I'd probably recommend this to like my uncle and like my younger siblings. Like we all have like that dark humor, like the hilarious, like everything that was in this movie is our humor basically. So like we would enjoy it, and then on top of that, I enjoy horror, so like of course I like that aspect. I think a couple of my friends also like horror, so like
they might like it too.
Exactly, and then on the scale for the rating, I give it like a 9.5 for like enjoyability.
Yeah. Honestly, I give this movie. This is one of my favorite Troma movies of all time. Up there with Toxic Avenger. I think this is one of the essential classics they put out. Again, they have a lot of shit out there. Not all of it's great. As you've seen with my LA Maniac review, that movie was a fucking huge fucking turd. This, though, it's not a great movie. Again, if you're going into this movie and you've never seen a Troma movie, remove what you've seen with other films, because it won't apply to this. If you go in thinking it's going to be like even like a B-grade slasher movie, you're wrong. You're going to be disappointed. It's going to be, the acting's going to be awkward. The jokes are going to be fucking super offensive. The gore is going to be way over the top, and it's going to feel like a bizarro Saturday morning cartoon on acid.
But
if you don't,
like the best part.
Exactly. Like if you don't prep your mind for that, I don't know. It's all about the mindset with these movies. Because I remember when I was a kid and I was getting into the splatter movies and the gore movies, I tried with Troma. I mean, I have a VHS of the Toxic Avenger. I tried. And I'm not going to lie, the first couple times I've tried Troma movies, I fucking hated them. I thought they were really cheap. I thought they were dog shit. Like, you know what I mean? And then I kind of got I realized, like, they're like the punk rock of fucking horror movies. It's like, it's dirty, it's vile, it's down, low budget, it's loud, it's crazy. And that's why I love it. Like, honestly, if I had to say it, like, if you like punk music, if you like the punk aesthetic, you're gonna like Troma movies because they're fucking seamless in my opinion. Like, and also a lot of the greats got their starts with these guys. There's a lot of underrated shit there. Like when they play it serious, they do play it serious. But when their strong suit is stuff like this, like super zany, over the top, crazy shit. And yeah, it's like it's just wild. Like it's like no other zombie movie I've ever seen. This came out in 2006, I guess, before the zombie wave really fucking took off, or in the middle of it happening. And you know, with a bunch of like shit that was coming out like every week, including like the Walking Dead show, stuff like this I put up in ranks with stuff like 28 Days Later, which is fucking weird because like 28 Days Later is super depressing, bleak, and serious. But this one stands out, like compared to all the other zombie shit. Like, where are you gonna see fucking chicken zombies? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's totally original. The humor has got a black streak a mile wide. Like it's just so up my alley. And like, yeah, I give this. I'd probably give it a 10. Like I'm gonna give it a perfect 10, just like a lot of the tits that showed up in this fucking movie. I guess another thing too, if you fucking need to see like fucking tits every few seconds, Troma delivers. I think it has about as much as Terra Firma did, but I'm gonna have to watch Terra Firma again and fucking inspect. Yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. Fucking yeah, I could give this a solid 10. Fucking Jason, man, thank you for staying tuned into the videos. You know, fucking thank you for recommending this. We had a great time watching it. If you got any more Troma flicks you want us to check out, drop more comments down below. Sure. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, so have a good one. Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. Check it out. Peace.